inspired or expired this evening? They look inspired or expired? Now, just hold someone's hands and tell them, be inspired before you expire. Now, tell them, be inspired before you expire in 2011.
Be inspired before you expire. Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you a question. What do you do with an expired product? Now, how do you tell that someone is expired? Someone told me, you tell that someone is expired sometimes even by the way they walk. Have you seen people when they are walking, you are not sure if they are going forward, they are going backward, you are not quite sure how they are walking. I remember when my first book came out, I was in Nakuru town speaking to a group of people like yourselves. And then after my talk, a couple comes to me. The wife was so excited. She told me, Pepe, that was a great talk. And the husband was also there. He said, wow. He said, I wish you go to schools to speak to kids, challenge them, inspire them when they're still young. And his wife was there, excited. She looked at me and looked at the husband, and looked at the husband again and looked at me and said, Pepe, if I had this kind of inspiration when I was 10 years old, I could not have married this man. Now, don't get me wrong here. She didn't mean this is a bad man. She simply meant, if I got this kind of inspiration when I was a little bit younger, I could have set my standards a little bit higher. Hey, maybe this man, when he came to me, he could have been intimidated to approach me, or I could have been a little bit higher than where he was, or I could have never been where he found me. Now, do you know that most of you seated here, if you got a little bit inspired earlier in life, do you believe that you will not be where you are today in life? Hello? I say most of us in life, if we got inspired parents and inspired teachers or mentors or pastors who saw our potential when we were a little bit younger, started inspiring us, provoking us, most of us today will have dreamed a little bit bigger dreams, taken a little bit more risk, and looked at life in a different perspective. I will tell you something. I come from the Congo. In the Congo forest, the circumference of a tree can get from this pillar to where I am to the other side. It's so huge that you can't believe. Now, I hear people in Kenya quarreling and fighting over trees. I say, come on, these are not trees, these are sticks. What are you talking about? I say, if you want to see trees, go to the Congo forest. Now, wait a minute. When a village woman goes to the Congo forest and looks at this huge tree, what is the village woman saying? Hello? What is he saying? Firewood, right? But when a carpenter goes to the same forest and looks at this huge tree, what is the carpenter saying? Timber, wood, furniture, so many things, right?
Nani huyo anasema tree? Who was your English teacher? Hapa kuna watu wasaidiki.
Wait a minute. When a village woman touches this tree, it becomes what? Firewood, charcoal, ashes, chip. But when a carpenter touches the same tree, it becomes timber, wood, furniture, millions. Now, it's all about a touch. One person touches the tree, firewood. The other one touches the tree, timber. Now, I want you to do me a favor. Touch the person next to you. Tell them it's all about a touch. Touch them gently.
Yeah.
Now, be careful.
It's all about
be careful.
Touch.
be very careful. Be very careful, because this person may touch you and you become firewood. Be very careful. Do I have someone with a dream here? Can I see their hands? Can I see their hands? Dreamers. Now, you know, I was sometime in Tanzania and I was speaking on dreaming, and then I heard this funny story. This gentleman who had a dream to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Now, trust me, he got ready, he went to the mountain. But before climbing the mountain, the night before, he wanted to be in a hotel room to get ready. The first hotel said, we have no rooms here. The second hotel, no room. The third hotel, no room. And eventually, in one of the hotels, the manager said, look, gentlemen, I've got a Mzungu lady who has just checked in this evening. She's having a double room. If you don't mind, let me talk to her. If she does not mind, I will split our room into two so that you spend on one side, she spend on the other side. The gentleman say, I don't mind at all. I have a dream. I want to climb the mountain. And the manager speaks to the Mzungu lady. The lady say, I don't mind too. And guess what? The manager brings heavy mattresses and splits this room into two, so that the young man spend on one side and the Mzungu lady on the other side. And early in the morning, they slept so well, nobody trespassed, everybody kept boundaries. And as they met in the morning, the woman asked the young man, what are you doing here? The gentleman said, I am a dreamer. I'm here to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. The woman said, you are not serious. If you could not climb mattresses overnight, come where I was. She said, how can you climb Mount Kilimanjaro if you could climb the mattress at night? And let me tell you one thing, most of us in life, we are highly gifted. We have a lot of potential to climb mountains like Kilimanjaro, but we've settled on mattresses. I want to challenge you this. Do you know, in every community or every society, we simply have people with three kinds of minds. Number one, you have people with simple minds. You know what they do? People with simple minds discuss people. Then number two, you have people with ordinary minds. You know what they do? They discuss events. They discuss the past. And then number three, we have people with great minds. People with great mind discuss ideas. They discuss the future. They discuss dreams. And I want to challenge you, what's your dream in 2011? And to make your dream a reality in 2011, you simply need like three kinds of power. You need the power to begin, you need the power to continue, and the power to finish. Now, you need the inspiration to make those goals and those dreams in 2011 a reality. If you approach life casually, you end up as a casualty. Life can be a puzzle. You solve it. Life can be a mystery. You unfold it. Life can be a challenge. You confront it. Just turn to your neighbor again, look at them properly, left and right. Hold their hands, hold their hands. Tell them, be inspired before you expire. Thank you very much, may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The lady I'm about to introduce to you